I would love to hear from you just how you went about creating processes within your company because it's something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with. I think some of us are wired kind of to not necessarily worry about the details at all times when you're focused on, big picture. So, what are some things that really helped you in terms of like putting that structure into both divisions, really?
I'm a metals guy at heart. So, I mean, the structure and the operational side of that just kind of came natural. And I knew what I needed to do. And that was more of getting the guidance and understanding, all right, we do have the money to hire some more people. And I was able to do that, once, going through the interview process, finding the right person, that takes a little bit of time, especially when you're kind of green at interviewing and you don't really know how to yet. But, again, training yourself up and reading books and really learning how to do this stuff and hiring people based on, culture and, what drives them. And, are they family people or do they just like to go out and party? And like, what are we building here? And really having an understanding for that. So I figured that out, but on the metal side, but on the electronic side, that was a little different to me because it's a lot different personalities. When you get, I'm I'm more extroverted. I'll go out and talk and all that, and I can do sales. And what I've learned is a lot of the guys that are in this technology side of things, they like to sit at their computers. They're extremely smart people. And they're like, all right, get out of my way, leave me alone. And I'm sitting there like, hey, what's going on? You know what? And they're like, I got it, just leave me alone. I'm like, all right. So they don't want to talk to me, okay? And I had to hire people that knew how to do that, because I didn't know how to do it. So I was able to identify, okay, I'm not good at this. I need to find somebody that's good at this. And through the R2 system, when we got certified, they cover so many different levels of they cover everything in the electronics business. And so I didn't even know what some of that stuff was. So I learned along the way. And as we're getting certified, we're continuously learning and learning and learning. And then we're like, all right, we're going to start small. So we'd find like a family friend. Hey, we're going to go in here and try to do this. And then we want your feedback on what we did good, what we did bad. And so then we just started building off that and building and, just no egos, leave the egos at the door. We're learning here. We're humble. We just want to build something great and just enjoy it. It wasn't anything about, everybody was trying to make more money through it, but ultimately the people that were around it were just so excited to build this thing. It was really cool.
So the way you hire on the electronic side, in terms of bringing in the best people that you can leverage and that can benefit the company and really take that division and run with it without you necessarily having to get in the weeds and develop the processes. Is that your overall thinking about building your team and then future growth as well?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the right people in there, and I'm doing my best, and I'm trying to find people that I feel would fit those positions. And you don't get it right every time. I mean, it's hard to, but you try to at least, you try to at least get about 90% accurate. And it might take multiple, interviews to really get to know somebody. But yeah, I mean, it's finding the right people that have networks. They really do care. They want to be there. They understand the technology side of the business. They're looking to personally grow. I mean, that's a big part of it. And then once you kind of hit a couple of those key points to the interviews and you can answer those questions and understand the person, then you get them into the organization once they get going and you start sharing the vision and where you're wanting to go. And 99% of the time they just get excited and they're just like, this is so cool. Like, this is what I wanted. I want to be part of an organization that's growing and has a vision and has it spelled out. Like, this is awesome. So that's rewarding for me. I love seeing that.
And you mentioned growth there. So is that when you think about or the concept of 10x versus 2x thinking, is that strictly related to growth or what is that concept about?
So at the 10x and 2 or 10x versus 2x, I was 2x early on. And as I was trying to grow and grow, and I didn't know how to do it, and it was more trying to find the right people to delegate my duties to. But I was a micromanager. I didn't trust people to do it. It had to be done right. And I had to learn how to, let people fail to learn, and it's hard, especially when it messes up with the customer. But, that's the way I learned. You got to let people fail. And as long as they learn from it, all right, take another step forward. And so over the years, I just slowly would get a little bit more off my plate, a little bit more off my plate. And every time I'd start getting really jammed up and everything, I'd take a step back. All right, what am I doing? What can I let go of here Do I need to hire somebody? Do we have enough people here that I can distribute this out? I started getting pretty good at delegating. and, you still got to oversee it and you got to be involved in it. But if you got the right people and you're delegating it out and things are getting done accurately and they're starting to do the building and the process, and you're not like in there doing that, that's when you got a good team because that can really allow, me personally, it can allow the leader to keep his eyes on the next thing and keep feeding the beast. As these people are building, you're already bringing in the next thing, but you got to balance it to where you don't grow too fast. And, when I say grow too fast, it can be financial, but it can also be the capacity of your people that are in your organization. If you start out growing them real quick, I mean, you could be in trouble pretty quick. So you got to be careful.